Sundays are not just for football anymore. In the world of esports, Sundays are where champions are born, where a team can rise or fall in an instant. With only 1 week remaining to gain valuable points for the top 8 in ESL's Championship Cup, this past week's winners did the unthinkable. I am D2R Legacy, and today I present the Critical Point Special, simply called The Comeback.
Today we start our legacy.
Alright guys, welcome to a special episode called The Comeback on Critical Points. Right now I have the members of D2R here. Guys, say what's up.
What's up?
So, let's go to Kai first. Kai, tell us about ESL past weekend, how you guys started, and what happened.
Well, we were really excited to play ESL as a team again, and we were down in the semifinals 10-2 against Lucidity, and we came back and beat them 13-12, and that just gave us more motivation to play against Cyclone, and it just took us to get first place in the end. So,
Right on. And tell us about Cyclone. I know they're a big team in the community.
yeah, they've been one of the top teams. They're all their players have been together for a while, and they've been winning multiple tournaments over and over throughout the community. So it was a really big deal for us to beat them coming up as a new team, and it just felt really good.
Right on. Was there any memorable moments in that first map? Like, what happened in that first map? How'd you guys get down 10-2?
Well, I disconnected for about 5 rounds because my power went off, on my phone. So I wasn't able to play for about 5 rounds. And I came back and it was 7-2. And I was like, oh no, guys, what happened? And but we came back and it was a memorable moment for any tournament, really. It was one of the biggest comebacks, I think.
Right on. So what was going through your guys' heads? Let's have Knight. Are you there? If you're there, you can chime in if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Well, what went through my head when we beat Lucidity was just it was kind of, at first it was just how do we do that, you know? But then, that feeling of surprise, it went to joy, and celebrating with my team and everyone. We were all happy after that. Going into the match against, everyone was screaming, especially me. I was pretty loud, not gonna lie. I was a horse the day after, if that says anything. I was really hoarse the day after. I had no voice.
So, how did you guys keep your composure? I mean, people that aren't in the VC, were you guys yelling at each other, or were you guys keeping calm about the situation? How did everything go in the VC?
Well, in my opinion, we're not really people that rage at each other. We try to stay calm the whole time, and we weren't necessarily calm in the way that we were ecstatic. We were really hyped about coming back. Really, around 6 and 10, we made a realization that we could really come back, and we started getting really hyped, and we started getting loud in voice chat. But it was never a way that would distract us from winning.
Yeah, because you guys literally won 6, 7, 8 rounds in a row on the CT side, right?
Yeah,
most of us are CT-sided players.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially me.
And
Hectic and Trax had a really good CT side. And,
what was your guys' score, Hectic and Trax?
I was 24 and 17.
Right on.
I think.
So after you guys won that match, that was the second week in a row you guys defeated Lucidity, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I know from the week before there was some kind of let's see here, conspiracies on what happened, but that win definitely kind of put everything to rest. So do you feel like moving forward your team will continually be able to defeat Lucidity, who's kind of regarded as the second best team in NA right now?
Really, in my opinion, it's kind of all teams are good. It just depends on how you play that day, and we're not going to say that we can beat them every match, but there's definitely a possibility that we can beat them for sure. I would consider us a top team right now. Lucidity's a top team. Cyclone's a top team. So it's just whoever just is playing better and has more teamwork is really just wins.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move on to the finals here now. How many of you guys have been in a finals in ESL?
0.
I think I maybe once, but I don't think I played. So,
So,
like my team that was in finals.
We've been in semifinals a lot, me and Knight.
okay,
like
so
8 times.
The way the ESL built this up was basically they kind of said that, wow, these teams kind of are surprised to be there. Like, almost, not really, but almost saying, like, you guys shouldn't have been there with Gangstars in Lucidity being in the NA side. How did you guys feel about that going into the match? I mean, because kind of people were giving both sides the underdog role.
Going to the match, I mean, into the matches, it was you know, you always like have to hope that you're gonna do good, and you're always gonna be nervous no matter what match, no matter what team you're in. You're always gonna be nervous for a tournament. It's just like the mentality of your team. Whether you say, "Oh, we're probably gonna lose this match," or whether you say, you know, like, "Come on, guys, we can do it." Like, if you have the better mentality, you're gonna go in better and you're gonna do better. So.
Now, was the roster the same going throughout all the matches to get to the finals, or did you guys have to switch people up?
We switched up one person in the finals. We took out Hectic and we put in Karma. And Karma really pulled through that match. I had to leave voice chat from FPS drops. I had to leave Discord. And he really pulled through in IGL and he kept everybody's hopes up. And we came back again like we did in Lucidity. Not as big, but it was still a pretty major comeback.
Okay, describe the map. What map did you guys play?
Against Lucidity, we played Bureau, and against Cyclone, we played Plaza.
Okay. Knight, tell me about your epic round against Cyclone in the finals of ESL.
Well, this is a round that I've went back and I've watched many times, and it's probably, I don't know, it was one of my best rounds that I've ever done in my life. But they pretty much they had just come off an eco, so it was a full buy round for them, and they pushed A. I was B site. They pushed A. They managed to kill everyone, but I had bomb near me. I killed the guy with bomb. So they all had to come get bomb. I killed the 2 people coming to get bomb, and then I just rotated around retros, and I got him for the last kill, and it was an ace clutch. And
Knight just outsmarted them.
That's some definitely smart game sense there. Like, how do you even prepare for something like that? Rather than staying in that spot like most people did, you decided to literally flank around, hoping that he was going into the bomb site.
Our whole team was screaming, "Go around!"
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, actually, no. I started to move around, and everyone was screaming at me. They're like, "Stay where you are, like, don't move." And I was like, "No, I know, I got it. I literally told I think Karma said something, but I was like, "Nah, Karma, I got it." I knew he wouldn't expect me behind him. I knew he'd expect me to stay by the bomb, and you know, I was right. He was looking towards where the bomb was, and he wasn't looking behind him, and I managed to get the kill.
Were you nervous when he jumped off behind the car? Were you afraid you were going to miss that second shot because you got the hit markers in the first time?
Yeah, I was really scared. I was like, I need this kill, and but he didn't know where I was, I don't think. So it was kind of lost in the confusion, and I managed to get the kill around the car in the end. So
that's amazing. So at the flip, they basically, you guys jumped up 6-2, 6-3, I believe, and then they managed to tie it back up at the flip. Going on T side, what was your guys' game plan? Because it's definitely harder to most maps or most CT side. What was your guys' game plan going into that half?
Well, our T side, we play very passive. Since we're CT sided players, you know, you're supposed to play for picks and you're not supposed to push them. So that's what we did on T side. We knew that Cyclone is more of like a pushing type. They're gonna get kind of cocky and they're gonna start pushing. So we just tried to stay back and play for a few picks that we can, and then go to whatever site, you know, was most available at the moment. But for the most part, we would wait like 30 seconds or so, and we would just play for picks until we got a good push.
What did you guys think when they rushed CT side?
For a lot of rounds, we were
Got a lot of
we're kind of like not expecting it. So like a lot of rounds, we were kind of just not really doing as good until, you know, like we got our heads straight and we started winning again. So
especially
go ahead.
Especially that full eco where Cyclone had that full eco and they just started rushing us from A. It was just
Yeah.
like we were hella confused,
Yeah, I
and then
mean,
like they took 4 of us out.
they had an
Yeah.
amazing second round in the beginning of the game where usually after the first eco round, like you guys had MP5s, I believe, and they took you guys out. So I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that was definitely good props to them. Now, you guys were playing against some of the top players in the world regarded, and how did you guys try and shut down Retros and Cam? I mean, those are big names in the game. Did you guys do you look at them as like bigger players in the game, or you just look at them as like equals to yourselves?
Equals.
I wouldn't say that I looked at them any other way that I would look at any other player besides them winning a lot of tournaments, and them having like supposedly the best team. I wouldn't look at them like I would say equal. Yeah, I would say equal. Like they're pretty equal.
I think in the game you see them less as those kind of players, and you see them more as just players that you need to beat to win.
Mhm.
Right on. So, as a fan watching, it's hard to be unbiased for me. Obviously, I'm cheering for you guys, but I'm also wowed at the fact that some of the other players on the other team, like their ESL is mainly focusing, viewing their players. Cam's got an insane flick.
Oh,
Yeah.
He
Yes,
has
extremely.
insane accuracy, and to see you guys combat that was amazing. You guys pulled back. It was, I believe the score was 12-9, 12-10,
12-10,
12
12-10.
12-10. Did you guys at any point feel like it was over?
no.
No, because like I said, if you have that thought in your brain and you think like that, it's gonna be over. You're not gonna play as good. But if you say, like you hype up your team, you get excited, you say, "Come on, guys, we can do this." Like you're gonna have a better mentality. And you're just gonna do better.
Yeah,
Big
honest-
shout out to Karma. Big shout out to Karma because like when it was 12-10, Karma was really in the voice chat and he was really encouraging us on. He was like,
Yes.
"It's not over yet. You guys can do it." When we won a round, all he was saying was like, "We're not done yet. Let's keep going," and stuff like that. So
Karma himself had some great clutches individually.
Yeah.
He did.
He had a
Karma,
couple of solo clutches where he played his position. He was calm, and he let them basically shoot to the wrong side. And he still that's a tough shot to make because those pro players can flick fast, and we've seen that. Like they can instantly 180 and shoot you. So that's definitely props to him. I wish he could be here right now to tell his side of the story. Let's hear about the final 3 rounds. Who wants to talk about the final 3 rounds? What was going through your head? The excitement building and the amazement of oh my God, we could pull up back-to-back comebacks / upsets. Let's hear that.
We just started broken into the defense. Like Gazi had good picks on Lala on A site, and then we just pushed on to B, just straight on.
Yeah, or I
pushing.
took out Alpha from behind. And then I did that a few early rounds on CT. And then they kept waiting for me. And that gave my team time to push up into the site. So they waited for the lurk, and that gave my teammates time.
Okay.
So we just played smart.
How important is that first initial kill? Especially 5v5, you got everyone sniping. We know there's going to be a sniper involved. How important is that first kill?
Well, that first kill can matter dramatically. It can be, you can push a site, you can take over site, you can take the bomb plant. It could be a distraction. There's just so many possibilities. If you get that first pick, it's a 5v4. Yeah, it's going to be.
I even saw a few times, Kai, you were taking out Cam mid with your AK, and while he was sniping, that was very, very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, he was killing me a lot there. So I just learned what he was doing, and I just knew where he was going to be, and I was coming back. At the beginning, I was only 4-15. I left voice chat. I really wanted to sound tour better, and at the end, I came back and went 12-20 with 8 assists or something like that. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their own role in the game. Everybody had their own moment in the game. Mm-hmm. Like me, yeah, I was bottom fragging, but I got 3 kills on the last round, and it just helped us win that. So
the trade-offs are definitely in favor of you guys in the last 5 rounds, like because that information you get when you're obviously on T side, you either know it's going to be a 2-3 or 3-2 or 2-2 with one lurking in mid, and that even if you get picked off, you still get information.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's get to that final round. It's 12-12. The casters on ESL are going nuts. They're like, this is amazing. This is a great finals match. But people in the chat are just going nuts, insane. And to be honest, there was a lot of D2R fans out there. Obviously, you guys couldn't see it at the time, but you could rewatch it. What was, when you guys got that first couple trade-offs and were ahead, like, did you guys know it was over?
You can never say it's over because I've seen players clutch 1v5 just like Knight did in the Plaza match. But exactly right when I think either Knight or Godsley got the very first pick, I picked off Retros right away, and we just all pushed B-site as fast as we could, and we just got the bomb down. I got another pick, somebody else got one more pick, and then J7 was in house with a pistol. And that's when right when I heard the pistol, I was like, guys, we fucking won this.
Yeah,
and,
you guys
we
didn't
got that last
realize
kill.
they had to eco. Some of those guys had to eco the final round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That worked out so well.
Hit a shotgun.
So
Yeah.
What do you think was going through Cyclone's heads for the last?
Honestly, I can't say what was going through their head, but I think they were mad, but at the same time, after the game, they definitely congratulated us and they were proud.
they're very
And even
they're
Cam
good sports.
yeah, they were very professional about
Especially
it.
on Twitter, yeah.
When I've seen a lot of pro teams when they lose, I've seen a lot of pro teams get salty and post bad stuff on Twitter. But Cam posted, "It's good to see new teams win, GG to D2R," and that was really professional and really made us happy and stuff. So.
How loud was the VC when you guys got that final round?
Night was
my God.
Night was yelling all over the
Once the
place.
game done, I yelled so loud when we bro. I was so proud of my team.
I legit had to take off my headphones,
I was letting it out.
and I still heard him.
Yeah, it was crazy.
For most of you guys said earlier, like, this is your first ESL championship. That's a big, big deal. Very big deal. Because some players, even semi-pro, pro, will never get that claim, that stake to claim, like, hey, I'm an ESL champion. Even Tyler and I were at Fry's Electrons today, and we're talking to the gamer guys, and we're like, oh yeah, we just won ESL, and the guy like looked at us like, holy shit, like, wow, that's a big deal. Like, so basically what I'm saying is, like, you can never have that taken away from you guys now. So moving forward, though, and this Sunday coming up, do you guys feel like you have anything else to prove, or is there a target on your back, or you guys are just going to continue just to do what you do?
Honestly, we're going to continue to do what we do, but you can always prove yourself over and over and over. There's never like you're a top team and so you can't prove yourself anymore. That you can always prove yourself again and again. Just like Team Phoenix Rain did, you can always prove yourself again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to go in, we're going to do our best just like last week. Hopefully I don't disconnect. And we're just going to do our best and try to take first place again before qualifiers.
So
Teams don't underestimate us.
yeah, they definitely probably won't be underestimating you guys now. The new rankings came out for ESL. You guys are currently ranked 4th. You've defeated Imperial twice, Lucidity twice, and Imperial now, who is Cyclone. Would you like to see yourself put in a bracket with Gangstars or no?
To be honest, yeah, I would want to see us in a bracket against GS because we've beaten Lucidity, we've beaten Cyclone. Now the only thing to prove is beating the number 1 ranked team. So I definitely would like a challenge, but at the same time, it's kind of like you want an easy bracket to win again. But if you're in an easy bracket, it just doesn't feel the same.
I feel like, though, but that's part of how the season works, though. Like, you play for those seedings, and I think you guys should technically be seeded first this upcoming Sunday. So I could be wrong. I don't know how they're going to do their seedings, but I mean, GS got taken out in the quarters, and you guys went through the other top teams. So I would assume that you guys will be first place in the seedings. Would you like? Is there any teams you really don't want to face? Are you like not scared, but like you would rather not? So there it is, Otter Esports.
Yeah,
100%.
Because I've heard really bad things about them, especially Reigns.
I mean, when you're a player, it's one thing to drop 20s every game. It's one thing to drop 20 every game, But it's another thing to drop 33 consistently over top teams over and over and over.
And
so,
I mean, when your bullets sound like a shotgun, that's like
yeah,
a little suspicious too.
We just don't want to play him because we know we're not scared, but we've heard the bad things and we don't want to.
Yeah,
we don't want to get beaten and ESL not do anything about it. So, nobody's ever gonna have proof. Nobody's ever gonna have in-game proof because why would you send in-game proof unless you're trying to expose yourself as a joke? So, definitely Otter is one team that we don't want to play, and another team is probably Cyclone again and meet up with them in the finals again because it would just be a really fun game, in my opinion.
It would be tough to beat them again.
I think this could be the start of a legacy, no pun intended.
Yes. Moving forward, top 8, ESL LAN, what would it mean to you guys? I mean, you've pretty much already solidified your spot in top 8. Now it's time to you guys are trying to get that better seating. But what would it mean to you guys to make that very first historic LAN and to go there?
I'm not going.
All I'm gonna say is you better be recording the voice chat if we get second place. That's all I'm gonna say. If we get first or second place in qualifiers, you better be recording the voice chat because that will be a legendary moment for us. Like we will be so hyped.
Oh, we'll be there live for that.
You guys are definitely literally have the opportunity to become history in esports in this. It's something that's literally bigger than the game, and it's something that me personally, I'm gonna be biased at this point since I'm the owner. Tyler and I are the owners. I'm very proud of you guys, but there's still lots of work to do, and it's. Do you guys practice daily? Have you guys recruited any more players? I know that LAN is 16 and up.
Yes, we are changing our roster right now. We're trying to find one more player that's of age to go to LAN that is certain that he can go. Right now we do have 5, but one of our players don't know if they can go. So definitely we're still looking for another player and we're recruiting. And we've picked up Krim and we've picked up one more. I forget who, but we've definitely...
Protox.
No, Protox is in the studio now.
Yeah.
Oh, he left.
And I think
but me and Hector can't play for LAN.
So tell us about Krim. That's kind of an interesting acquisition because Krim is formerly Lucidity, and he was dropping 30 bombs on you guys. So is that a good feeling to have him on your side now, or is it just a business move?
It's a good feeling to have him on our side. I played with Krim and Team Phoenix as well. He's a really good player. He's definitely really funny, so it's a good thing to have him on our side.
Yeah, we all have history with him.
Yeah, we all have history with him, so definitely good.
How do you guys feel about the chatter in the Twitch chat about D2R is the next Team Phoenix reign?
We kind of laughed at that because I feel like there's no way to know if we're going to be the next Team Phoenix reign just yet. I mean, we did take a win, but we can't be cocky about it. So
exactly, being humble is definitely always win as a team, lose as a team, and you got to learn from your losses. I mean, not that I hope this happens or what would happen, but you guys could be faced up against GS or a tough team, Lucidity, Cyclone in the first or second round and get knocked out because it's just you can never take a team for granted, and that's what I feel like the other teams were doing to D2R until recently. So do you mentally have to prepare differently now? Like I feel like almost there might be a target on your guys' back because with success definitely comes haters.
Well, going into ESL last week, we were definitely underestimated and we definitely felt that. So it was much different. But this week, yeah, we know that teams are going to try their best against us. They're going to use their best lineup. So we're definitely, we're still going to have the same mentality, but there's definitely going to be more of a challenge, I feel like, this week.
Right on. Is there anything else you guys like to say to the community?
Anybody?
Well, I kind of want to say something to the team in general. This is like one of the nicest group of people that I've played with in the community so far. During those 2 games, no one was yelling at each other the whole entire time, even when we were down 10-2. Everyone was saying, "We got this, guys. We can come back." And I think that's what helped us pull through. I just want to say thank you guys. Like, you guys are great teammates.
Yeah, and actually, out of the many teams that I've been in, out of the many teams that I've been leader of, Nova, TSYN, I've been in Team Phoenix, like all those teams, I would say that this one is definitely my favorite team so far, and I've only been here for like a week or 2. And I feel like this one will actually go somewhere. And I'm really proud of these guys, definitely, for stepping up their game.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are definitely building something very special. And this is a game that's not even fully released yet. With a big ESL LAN event, you guys basically could be legends in the game if you think about it. Like once the game's fully released, it could be whenever Critical Ops is talked about. It could be D2R's next to that name. What do you think about that? Do you care about that kind of thing, or is it just you take it day by day?
No, of course we care about that.
Want to win.
But we're still we got to work for that, and that's not gonna come easy.
Right.
And, if it does happen, then it'll be great.
Yeah, I think Cam actually said it best. Like when he was talking about when I believe members of Hammers or Kings, like they merged again with like Team Phoenix, and people were kind of raging in the community. Cam kind of said like people forget how hard it was for Team Phoenix to actually get there, all the work they put in, and I feel like you guys are definitely putting in that work now, and it's something that's very special. As long as the team itself can keep their mindset right, I think you guys can go a long way. But there's still, like you guys are saying, a lot to prove. You guys are being humble about the situation. What kind of plans do you guys see for you guys in the future, or would like to see in the future?
Definitely LAN as a first step, and just move forward from there. But the next ESL LAN is just keep practicing, and yeah. Just keep practicing and make it a future tournaments.
Now, a lot of people have been asking about contracts and stuff like that. Is that something you guys really care about as a team, or is that something you'll worry about later?
Contracts, it's kind of like...
it depends for some people.
Yeah, I feel like it depends for some people. I feel like some people play this game because they think they can make a lot of money off of it. And yeah, they can. But I think people in D2R, they play this game because they like it, and they like the people in it, and they like the people in their team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just just like in game, it's just like a different mentality for certain people.
Do you guys have any advice for any up and coming teams, or teams that maybe are like that borderline tier 2, almost trying to break into tier 1, like as far as like globally known, like for any other teams?
Just practice with your team, man.
Yeah, focus on your chemistry.
And don't get mad at people if they do something
be
wrong.
friends. Like, it's just a game. You got to realize that in the end.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Well, I think that's pretty much the conclusion, unless you guys have anything else to add. Thank you guys for being on the show. I'm D2R Legacy.